crypto trading. I don't recommend that, guys. I don't recommend crypto trading. 90% of traders lose money. The quickest way to lose money in crypto, to trade in and out. The quickest way actually is to trade in and out with leverage. That's the quickest way. If you want to lose money quickly, go high leverage in and out of crypto. Because crypto is already volatile, and if you're trading in something that's already volatile, you know, a 10% swing either way could wipe you out, you know, with 10x leverage. So I would not recommend it. Alright, this is Crypto XL, bringing you crypto love, crypto wisdom. Today, I'm going to be talking about Enjinstarter. It's one of my gems, and I'm really big on Enjinstarter. Remember that this is not financial advice, and should you need financial advice, you need to contact a financial advisor. Crypto is highly volatile, and you have to manage your risk. Alright, let's get into it. So, with Enjinstarter. Enjinstarter is a launchpad that came out near the end of the last bull run. So this came out October-ish, and the price was around 20 cents. So that's about a 20x from where it is currently. It's now at a penny. The market cap was different, right? I do have to mention that. It was very different. So we're looking at probably a 50x in this bull run. Reason being is that this bull market is going to be ferocious. So we're going to have more money coming in this time around than we did last time around. Right. So I'm looking at significant price appreciation for this. It's been doing really well over the last month, and that's actually unfortunate. I don't want it to be doing this well. I want to continue to accumulate more because I know where it's going. It's up 54% on the monthly. So this is like a slow and steady growth. I know I'm saying slow and steady when we're talking about 54%. But we're talking about cryptocurrencies, man, and crypto's had a pretty good month. So it has a really good chart. If you look at the yearly, you see it's pretty much slow and steadily going up. We had a dip right here. This was a really nice area to accumulate at 3 cents. And had you been a Patreon, you would have gotten a buy alert for that right here. So if you look at the returns of the projects on Enjinstarter, it's up there with the best of them. This is 251% of their projects. So I mentioned that Enjinstarter was a launch pad. They launch other projects, and the projects they launch, on average, they maintain a 2.5x. That means should you get $200 allocation in a project, your $200 would turn to $450, right? And that's the sustained value. That's not the initial value of when the project launches, right? So when initially when the project launches, it might do a 5x. So you get 20% of your total allocation, and you sell it when the project is at a 5x. That means you get a return on your investment. You get a 100% return on your investment should a project 5x, and you get a 20% allocation of the project that you bought, right? Because 20 times 5 is 1, right? 0.2 times 5 is 1. So you would have been made whole. Or let's say you don't sell exactly at the right point, and you only get 80% of your initial investment back. So the idea is to continue to invest in these IDOs throughout the entire bull market. And at some point when there is token generation, you will start getting your initial investment back, which means that you'll pretty much be getting free crypto during the entire bull run, because Enjinstarter's projects are on fire. Their performance is unbeatable, right? So we have their competition at the top is TrustSwap and Seedify. The issue that I have with Seedify is to get the same amount of allocation as you would with Enjinstarter, you need a heck of a lot of Seedify. We're talking about tens of thousands of dollars, and that's too much. You know, I've seen people complaining on Twitter, you know, that they're putting $20,000 $30,000 into Seedify. They're getting hundreds of dollars in allocation. It doesn't really make sense at this point unless you're looking for the price appreciation of Seedify itself. I mean, unless that's what your game plan is, but you'll probably be more profitable just getting Enjinstarter, so you can get a good allocation. If we look at the price for Enjinstarter, I mentioned it was about a penny. They have different tiers on Enjinstarter, so I would say that, let's say, to get the highest tier, you would need 501,000 Enjinstarter, which is $5,000, which is that's a pretty steep amount, right? So for $5,000, when the projects come out, you would get an allocation of anywhere from 200 to, I would say, 350, somewhere around there, depending on the project, right? If it's a highly sought after project, it's around 200. 200. If there's different durations you can stake for too, right? So if you were to stake for 999 days, I don't know who would, because if you stake for that long now, you'd be heading into the next bear market. So to be more realistic, let's say you stake for 1 year, right? If you stake for 1 year, then your allocation would be less, right? We're looking at maybe 200 to around 300 in allocation. That's just to give you a general overview of Enjinstarter and the amount of allocation you could be looking at, right? So what's the takeaway on this? The takeaway on this is that I think Enjinstarter is viable. I think it's valuable. It's on many exchanges: MEXC, PancakeSwap, LaToken. You look at, and PancakeSwap is important because that's where you're going to put in your MetaMask and stake it. It has a liquidity of 389 and 324 on Uniswap. Right here, yeah, PancakeSwap is probably the best place to buy it. Where if you try to buy it on an exchange, you're going to push the price up because there's not as much liquidity, right? So the price will probably increase, so you'll probably get a worse price. So PancakeSwap is where you would get this. I'm looking at around a 50x from here. So not only do you get 50x on the price appreciation of Enjinstarter, you'll get you'll be able to buy IDOs during a bull market, and in a bull market, IDOs do like 40x on average, right? So that means a $200 allocation could turn into I don't know, $8,000. Let me see if the math is right on that. Right, so $200 allocation here and a 40x, yeah, $8,000. So you continue to do that over and over again, and you compound your gains, and you also lower your risk, because Enjinstarter has been around now for 2021, 2022, 2023, and we're about to head into 2024. So they have a strong team that responds to comments and concerns by their constituents. They address problems right away. They have a good marketing plan. They have some of the best returns in crypto, right? So investing in their projects, you could feel comfortable that these projects are probably going to return value. So overall, I think this is definitely a gem that I have in my bag, and I would definitely recommend this. That all being said, do remember that this is not financial advice. I'm just giving you my opinion. And should you need financial advice, consult a financial advisor. But Enjinstarter is definitely a gem for me, and I think this is just the beginning. There's a bright future ahead for this gem here. Are we going to go back to all-time highs? Are we going back to 22 cents? We just might. I think we will, actually. I think we will. This one I don't want to miss. It's getting close to the point where it's going to get too far away it's going to get it's going to get too far. It's going to get too high, and I don't like buying high. So that's why I'm like, this is almost the last call right here. This is it. This is almost the last call, right? If we look at the projects that they've launched, having a nice bag of Enjinstarter would be good, because of the projects that they've launched are all projects that I would like to accumulate, right? These are all projects that I want a big bag of. Dex Check, I think this thing's awesome, right? Sophiaverse is a sleeper. CPAD is a sleeper. It's a launch pad. Solidus AI is undervalued right now, and the lowest one recently is Solidus, and it's only a 1.3x. Its all-time high was 4.63x. So had you sold your 20% or whatever 15% initial allocation at 4.63%, you would have had more than half your money back already, and then you have another 80% to get back at 1.3 times your earnings. So these are all in profit, right? Soil is 3.6x now. This one, Ledgers of Bez, I'm not going to say the name. This one's a 2x. And this one had a high market cap, so I wasn't sure how it was going to do. Even this is a 2x. Work is 3.9. Serenity Shield is 4x. Eclipse Phi, surprisingly, is 3.7x. And those are not, I didn't mention the all-time highs. Again, you get close to your initial back when you sell 20%. If you get 20%, or you sell 15%, they give you 15%. Maybe you get 70% of your money back from the all-time highs. And then the rest of it, you're still up like on average about 3x. So to me, this is a low risk, high reward play with the launch pads, but in particular this launch pad, because not all launch pads perform the same. Enjinstarter is killing it right now. So this is definitely a go. Had you been in on the Patreon, you would have been accumulating Enjinstarter before before this. Look at that, this big green candle. And I don't think it's over, so I would look at getting in on the dips if I missed buying back here. And I'm still accumulating. I'm going to be accumulating Enjinstarter still, because that's how confident I am in the product that they deliver. It's really a good project, and numbers don't lie. They have the numbers to back it up. Yeah, man. So definitely Enjinstarter is a go, and look into it, and remember that this is not financial advice. Manage your risk. Well, that's all for me, guys. You take care. Remember to check out the links that are provided on the website. Look me up, and we'll be talking. Take care.